So the in this case first is like the firm stock price is 50, EPS is 4, 50,000 shares outstanding. The firm is planning to buy back 5,000 shares. Okay, so here we are assuming that the prevailing market price is 50 and the company is buying the shares at 50 only. So they are asking you to compute the new EPS when the after tax. Please note that in the examination they can give before tax also. When they are giving before tax, they have to give what is the tax rate. So please note that you should not take this blindly. Okay, when the after tax cost of fund is 10% or 6%. Okay, so let us see when the cost of this 10% or 6% will evaluate all of this. So how much is the amount spent by the company? So the company is planning to buy 5,000 shares and they are purchasing each share at 50. So the amount spent will be 5,000 into 50 or $250,000. Okay, and this is the amount of debt that we are assuming that the company would take. So this will remain same for both the scenario. Okay, what is the net income of the company previous to before buyback? So the EPS is 4, the number of shares is 50,000. So the old net income will be 4 into 50,000. So it would be 200,000. So the net income would be 200,000, the old net income. Here also it will remain the same. How much is the interest paid? So we are taking a debt of 250,000 and paying 10% on that. So it would be 10% of 250,000. So it would be 0.1 into 250,000. So the interest paid would be $25,000. Here how much will be the interest paid? It will be 6% into 2, so 0.6 into 200,000. It would be 0.06. So it would be $12,000, or it should be 250. It should be 250. So it would be $15,000. So this interest paid, it will be, this is better. So the interest paid is $15,000 over here, right? So what is the new net income? So the old net income was this, the interest paid is this. So the new net income has become 175,000. Here the new net income will become 185,000. Okay, now what is the new EPS? Okay, so new EPS of the company would be new net income divided by new number of shares. So we are buying back 5,000 shares, 50,000 shares were earlier. So the new number of shares is 45,000. So your new EPS will be 175 divided by 45,000. Let's compute that, how much it comes. So 175 divided by 45, it is 3.88. So here it is 3.88. Here it will be 185 divided by 45,000. So it would be 185 divided by 45. So it is 4.11. So what we are finding out over here is the EPS has increased. So earlier EPS was $4. This was the earlier EPS. Now the EPS has increased to 4.11. Here the EPS has decreased. So why? Here the rate is 10%, here the rate is 6%. So what is the earnings yield? So you have to first compute the P, or you can directly compute the earnings yield by E by P. Earnings per share is 4 and the stock price is 50. So the earnings, and you have to multiply by 100. So you will get 8% as the earnings yield. So the earnings yield is 8%. Okay, and here the cost of debt was 10%. So what we are saying is when your earnings yield is 8%, which is lower than the cost of debt, okay, your EPS has reduced. When the earnings yield is more than the cost of debt, your EPS has increased. Please note, this is very important. Okay, so you will always compare the earnings yield with the after tax cost of debt. So please note that you have to take the after tax cost of debt. Okay.